On today's episode, we have 8 teams battling it out for the title of the coveted Gulf Coast Smoke Champion. We've got prizes, we've got $1,500 up for grabs. Let's meet the teams. The contestants start by drawing numbers and selecting their meats. Each team is turning in 4 categories: Chef's Choice, Beans, Half Chicken, and Baby Back Ribs. Today we provided the contestants with whole chickens and ribs from Tuttle's Meat Market, located in Woodsboro, Texas. It's 9 a.m. and each contestant starts by prepping their meats with a combination of trimming, injecting, and seasoning. Chickens get spatchcocked or broken down into 2 halves while excess fat and skin is removed. Meanwhile, ribs are trimmed into uniform sizes and the membranes are removed. Next, the contestants boost the meats with extra flavor using an injection. And speaking of flavor, each team has been provided with Gulf Coast Smoke barbecue seasonings to season their meats today. With proteins prepped, the teams like their pits courtesy of B&B Charcoal, who provided each team with charcoal, pellets, starters, and even seasonings today. The teams use a variety of pits from offsets and drums to kettles and pellet grills. Now that most of the teams have finished prepping, let's see how they're enjoying the competition so far and what they plan on making for their first entry, Chef's Choice. First, we're here with Curtis with Team You'll Smoke Your Eye Out. I gotta ask you, man, what are you doing for your Chef's Choice today?
Today we're doing a stuffed bacon wrapped chicken popper.
There you go. You can't go wrong with that. I feel like anything bacon, chicken, there's probably got to be some sort of cheese in there, right?
With cream cheese, a little secret seasoning that we were provided with.
Yeah, there you go. I know that secret seasoning is going to make this good. So, man, so far, what do you think of the event? It's small, it's different from what we usually do, but what are you thinking?
Like it. We really enjoyed being invited. Wanted to come last year, but we weren't invited.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
We were new. We're new.
It's hard to keep everybody happy. We try our best, but, man, hopefully today you guys can do really well, get a couple calls, maybe get some cash, you know?
That'd be nice. But yeah, this is enjoy it. Y'all are doing a good job here, and
Appreciate
hope
it.
to come back next year.
Appreciate it, man.
So, you
So
bet.
good luck with everything. We'll be back around soon to talk to you guys.
All right, appreciate it. Good deal.
Cool.
You'll smoke your eye out.
I'm here with the Carl Davis, the People's Champ. I told you the other week, you're the People's Champ. He is with Team Cast Iron Cookers. If you look behind us, he's got an amazing trailer. The only person allowed to bring their trailer to our event today because we love it that much. Carl, what are you cooking for your chef's choice today, man?
It's kind of like a surf and turf baked potato.
Oh, yeah.
Loaded baked potato.
Yep, that's gonna be delicious. So you were telling me a little bit of what's going into it, and I told you that I needed a little piece of that. So hopefully here in a little bit, we'll get a taste of this delicious baked potato. So last week you competed at the Briscoe, which was a huge event.
Right.
Today you're competing here. It's a small event. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it so far?
You know, it's just small and we're all friends. We know each other.
Yeah.
We can walk around and
Yeah.
chit chat with each other
Yeah.
and get to see each other.
It's
Ain't to rush with all the other people.
Yeah,
So we actually get to visit a little bit.
yeah. So overall you like it so far?
I love it.
Awesome, man. So last weekend, Carl Davis got a second place brisket out of 167 teams at the Briscoe Cook-Off. We're glad he's here today. Hopefully he has a good time today. Now I'm here with Brandon Team, Always Forward Barbecue. Today, what are you gonna be cooking for Chef's Choice?
I'm gonna be doing beef tenderloin.
Okay. So beef tenderloin, you're gonna keep it simple. You're hoping to wow them with a nice piece of meat, huh?
Nice piece of meat,
Yeah.
Gulf Coast smoke.
Yes, sir. That's what I love to hear. So far, this is a very small event. Like last week, you actually hung out with me all weekend at Angleton, and it was a huge event. This is a lot different. What are you liking about this? Is there anything that you don't like about this small event?
I like it because it's different.
Yeah.
The meat choices are different.
Yep.
Turn-in times are different, and it's small. It's cozy.
Yeah,
Get to talk and hang out with everybody.
for sure.
It's a good time.
Yeah, so our goal here is to make sure that everybody tries different things. That's why we threw in the baby back ribs, which I know you guys typically do not cook. We're gonna see in a little bit how those baby back ribs turn out. We'll move on to the next team. Now I'm standing here with Mario from Oh My Barbecue. Man, I gotta know, what are you cooking for Chef's Choice today?
Today I'm doing an armadillo eggs today for everybody. Something a little different from what we usually do.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we'll see what that does for us.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I really like armadillo eggs. So probably something like sausage, bacon, stuffed, right?
Yes.
With a jalapeno and stuff like that?
Cheese and jalapeno
Okay.
inside. So
Awesome, man. That's awesome. So Mario is actually a head judge in CBA. So that means that he travels, not necessarily all over Texas, but he travels around and he judges competitions just like this, except for they're a lot bigger. So you see something this small, what do you think?
this, for me, is just remembering where I started from.
For sure.
I mean, this is where we started, canopies and
Yeah.
everything in the back of the truck, and let's go.
Yeah. So we did obviously try and make it really hard for you guys. No trailers allowed. You guys had to bring a canopy. You guys are cooking outside. There's a lot of wind, but I'm really excited to see how everything turns out, man. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
No
you being
problem,
here.
we got it. See you down the road.
Yes, sir. The champ is here. The champ is here. Back for number 3. Let's see how today shapes out, but man, I'm excited to see you here. So you won the last 2 of these. The stakes are a lot higher this time.
Yes.
Right? So the first 2 was just, it was all fun and games. This is still fun and games, but there's some cash out there. We got a lot of great teams here. And a lot of these guys compete on a weekly basis. You're a damn good cook yourself, so I'm excited to see how this shakes out. But I gotta ask, first and foremost, what are you cooking for Chef's Choice?
So today for Chef's Choice, we're cooking some pork belly bites.
Okay.
They're gonna be dipped in some barbecue sauce, some cream cheese on top, and a candied jalapeno.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That right there sounds super impressive. I wasn't expecting the cream cheese on top. That right there I think is gonna take it to another level because you have so much savoriness with the pork belly, the sweetness, and then you got the cream cheese. I think it's gonna pair really well. So, like I said a second ago, this is number 3. You got a 3-peat. Do you think you can do it today?
I don't know, there's definitely some tough competition here.
You said that last time.
I
You
know.
said that last time.
I know, there's some good guys here. We've
Yep.
been cooking quite a bit. We cooked for 7 weeks in a row. Kind
Yep.
of took a little break for the holidays, came
Yep.
here, so this is good to do.
Yeah.
We'll see. You never know.
Well, best of luck. Thank you for coming back. Good luck defending your title because it is going to be hard today, but hopefully you get some of these prizes in the end.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm standing here with my buddy Caesar, #1 cook for pork ribs overall, CBA 2023. But today we're throwing you for a loop.
Baby back.
Baby
Thanks a
back
lot.
ribs. Yeah. What do you think about that?
It's definitely gonna be weird.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't cooked baby back ribs in a minute. I had to run a practice before that. I didn't cook ribs, baby back ribs in like 6 years. So
Yeah, so
We'll see how it goes.
that's what we wanted. We wanted to challenge you
Yeah.
guys, but I do have to know, what are you gonna cook for your chef's choice today?
I'm doing the surf and turf, so I got some really nice ribeyes. I'm gonna run a ribeye with some lobster tails on the side. I'll put that on a bed of various bell peppers medley with that I'm cooking in beef tallow.
Okay, there you go.
See how it goes.
There you go. So usually you're used to going to big events. This is a small one. What do you think? You're outside in the elements. Things are a lot different. It's a lot harder. We got wind. Everything is kind of against you. But what are you thinking?
No, it's all about fire and meat at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So with or without the trailer, I mean, it's tough. I think a small cook-off like this is tougher than a big one.
Oh yeah.
It's so many concentrated, talented cooks, so it's going to be an interesting event, to say the least. But we're excited and we're happy to be here.
Oh no, man. Thank you for coming. We
Sir.
appreciate it. We'll move on to the next one. Now we're standing here with Kevin, Team My Pits Are Burning, #1 cook overall in the 2023 CBA season. We're excited that he came all the way over here just to be a part of our cook-off. Man, I gotta be honest with you, bro. I invited you over here and I was trying to steal all your recipes earlier. It wasn't working out for me. We got a lot going on, but I do have to know, what are you cooking for Chef's Choice today?
It's gonna be a little surf and turf.
Okay, okay.
A little surf and turf.
A little surf and turf. What are you
Yep.
putting in it? A little bit of this, a little bit of that?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Okay. So again, I've been asking everybody this. Man, this is a really small, concentrated event. You were just at an event with 170 teams. What's the difference? Do you like doing this? Is it something that you don't really prefer? You can be completely honest.
The smaller ones are a little harder, man, because you can be on the same table with a lot of good cooks.
Yeah.
And you got to battle it out on
Yeah.
that one
Yeah.
table. So that's gonna be tough, man. The smaller ones are always tough.
Yeah, so you're gonna be going up, on the same table with everybody today, right? And so that's what's gonna make it a little bit harder for the guys. You're cooking baby back ribs, you're not doing spares. So a lot of things are a little bit different, but we're excited to see what your Chef's Choice turns out like. And man, we're almost wrapped up. Now we're here with Joe with Team 10 Forward, and I gotta ask you, so he's a returner. Last time you had, in my opinion, the most unique Chef's Choice. You did the slutty brownies. I thought they were absolutely incredible. But this time, what are you going with?
This time we're going with chicken bombs,
Okay.
and it's bacon wrapped with thinly sliced chicken and then cream cheese, jalapeno, and sausage.
Man, that sounds good. So I always really enjoyed eating those, especially when you put like a nice barbecue sauce on the outside. You get a great contrast, a little bit of sweet, savory, all that good stuff. So, man, this is the second time you've been out here. What do you think? I mean, does it feel any different? So we do have cash prizes today, right? So now everyone's competing for cash, a little bit of trophies, and we have a Weber griddle up for grabs. So, I mean, what are you thinking? The way that we're going, hopefully these just keep getting bigger and bigger.
I'm excited and thankful.
Yeah.
That I guess one word that could describe it would be humble.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of heavy hitters out here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Just trying to see where I fall in place and fall in line that's on there.
So you did great last time. Amongst heavy hitters, you did good last time, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you coming out, brother.
Also, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
It's 11 a.m. and the teams have 1 hour to complete and turn in their entries for Chef's Choice. Today, it's a battle between bacon wrapped and beef. The top 3 overall winners of the competition get to walk away with gift cards courtesy of Minger & Sons American Wagyu beef located in Tynan, Texas. If you're looking for quality Wagyu in the Corpus Christi area, make sure to check out their link in the description below. The clock is ticking, and with 10 minutes to go, these cooks need to pick up the pace if they hope to make it to the first turn-in of the day. First judging of the day is underway. Now, let's check in with some of our competitors to see what they thought of their chef's choice. The team's just turned in chef's choice, and I'm standing here with Caesar, team smoking and toasting. Man, from my point of view, it looked like you were cutting it really close on time, bro. What happened there?
Super close. I wanted to keep basting the lobster. I made surf and turf. I made the lobster, and I wanted to keep basting the lobster to the very last second. Just so that I could make sure that it wasn't overcooked.
Sure.
And get to the table right up. You know, that was my plan, but it got a little pressure there, a little pressure situation. I left some of my garnish out that I wanted to add. I had some nice cut up lemon that I was gonna put some grill marks on.
Sure.
Happened, but overall I was happy with it. The steak came out good. It hit the mark, and the lobster felt good too. So.
Yeah. So from my point of view, it did look like you were rushing a little bit, but at the same time, I saw the outcome, and I agree with you. Everything looked money, and from what I'm hearing from the judges, they were excited with every single entry. So
oh man, I can imagine.
It's time for me to go over there and taste a little bit of it, and then I'll let you know what I think of the steak. But man, I'm glad you got everything in on time.
Yeah.
We're moving on to beans next, so we'll come back and talk to you in a little bit on those.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Sounds good. Yep.
Now I'm here with Brandon, and he had an amazing chef's choice that my son actually took a whole piece of. So I wanted to ask you, man, what do you think about your beef tenderloin? Did it turn out the way you wanted? Did the cook go smooth?
I think the cook went pretty smooth. I cooked it a little longer than I wanted to, but I think it was still tender, juicy, and the flavor was there. So hopefully the judge thought the same.
Yeah, so the thing with the beef tenderloin is it was just such a delicious piece of meat, and when you cook it perfectly, it's almost just fall apart in your mouth. And I'll tell you what, I did taste it. I think you nailed it. I think the judges probably over there loved it, so we'll see how it turned out in the end. Second category of the day is beans, and although they don't count for the overall score, the winner gets to take home a brand new 28-inch griddle donated by Weber Grills. This griddle is priced at over $400 with 3 high-performance burners for fast and even heating. Check out the link in the description below to see all the amazing products Weber Grills has to offer. All the cooks just turned in beans, and we're talking with Kevin because this is something that's a little bit out of his wheelhouse. Kevin, how'd you feel about your beans today, man? Is this the first time you've ever cooked beans at a competition?
First time I cooked beans at a competition, and from scratch too.
Yeah, so that was one of the rules, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't use canned beans, but I'll tell you what, we all tasted Kevin's beans, and they turned out really delicious. I think even you were a little surprised, huh?
Yeah.
I think they were good, though.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna come out that good, but I mean, there's some pretty good bean cooks here, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Caesar and Mario, they had some really good beans today. The good thing about beans is it is a jackpot, so it doesn't go towards the overall. So even if somebody here didn't really cook the best beans, or it's just something that they don't really do, it doesn't put you out of the competition. But I will say that I did think your beans were delicious.
Well, I didn't say they weren't gonna win.
No, they're delicious.
No, just playing.
No, but hey, they really were delicious. And you were kind of talking it down. Like, I wasn't expecting much, and then I ate it, and I was like, dude, those are good, bro. Like, what are you talking about? So
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. The winner of the beans gets a 28-inch Weber griddle that was generously donated by Weber Grills. Shout out to them. So we'll see what happens in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now we're here with Oh My Barbecue, and I wanted to talk to him about his beans because when I tasted them, man, they were absolutely outrageous. They were delicious. So when it comes to beans, I just don't know what to expect from people. Man, your beans turned out absolutely fire.
Everyone's different.
Yeah?
I'm an old school way.
Yep.
Backyard ranch.
Yeah.
In the woods. Let's get it together and do that. So I haven't cooked beans in a long time, and this competition brought it. So I said, you know what? Let me try something, and I did, and I think I like them, but
yeah.
We'll see what the judges think.
Yeah, we'll always see what the judges think. That's the biggest thing. But man, I mean, did you have any issues or anything like that with cooking the beans outside? I saw you had a little setup where you were blocking the wind and everything.
I had a little aluminum table had to block the wind, so
Yeah.
because my burner also ran out of propane,
Oh,
so I had
man.
to swap that mid cook. So,
Yeah.
because the wind's just pushing so hard.
Yeah. Well, overall, the beans from everybody were absolutely amazing. I wanted to talk to Mario about it because I thought his were some of the best that I had. But it doesn't matter what I think. I'm not a judge. I just really liked them. We'll see what happens with beans in here in just a little bit.
Up next is chicken, and the teams are giving it all they got at a chance to take home some cold hard cash. With a total of $1,500 up for grabs thanks to donations by Crockett Taxidermy, Austin Refrigeration and Air Conditioning, Axis Containers and Storage, and Tuttle's Grocery and Meat Market. It's companies like these that help us make the Gulf Coast Smoke Invitational better and better each year. For more information on these sponsors, check out their links in the description below. With less than a minute left, the last team makes it to the turn-in and then judging begins. With only an hour left in the competition, let's check in with a few of the teams to see how their chicken cook went.
All the teams just turned in chicken, and we're standing here with Tim Ford. I wanted to ask him, how did the chicken turn out, and how has the event been going for you so far?
I think my chicken turned out pretty good.
Yeah?
We were happy and pleased. The flavor was good, especially using all of the
Southern Belle?
Southern Belle. Yeah, I mean, it's fire, man. I live by that stuff that's on there. The event itself is awesome as well.
Awesome.
Great people, great hosts. I mean, what more can we ask for? Like I said, humble.
Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate it. Man, so next up is ribs. Now, these are baby back ribs. When was the last time you cooked baby back ribs before this event?
Man, it's been months.
And that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted people to kind of be out of their element. So ribs overall, you know, they're going to have the same flavor profile, but these are going to cook a lot different. So far, are you happy with your ribs? Do you think that turn-in's going to be good too?
Yes, to be quite honest though, at the beginning I was pretty nervous because it seemed like the temp wasn't hitting right. But after we took it out with the color and then put everything else that was on it, wrapped it up with foil, and then the temperature spiked up and it went through like peanut butter texture.
There you go, there you go. Awesome. Well, we're going to move on to the next team, see how they're doing. But this event is almost over. We're about to find out who wins the Invitational. Now we're here with You'll Smoke Your Eye Out. They just turned in chicken. I got to ask, how did it turn out?
Man, man. The skin looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Didn't get as dark as what I normally have been getting, which is cool. I tried a new kind of approach to cooking it, and seemed to work out all right. We'll see.
So the chef's choice that you guys turned in earlier, it did have chicken, and I came over here earlier and I told you, you absolutely nailed the texture. Did you think the texture on your bird was pretty much the same? Did you really like it?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Good, awesome.
was
That's what I
pretty
love
good.
to hear, man. So I've been asking people all day, baby back ribs. When was the last time that you guys cooked baby back ribs before this event?
Well, so we did a small practice cook yesterday.
Okay.
Because we hadn't cooked them in a year and a half.
There you go.
You know?
And that's the typical answer we're getting, man. I think that people, they just tend to go towards St. Louis, and it is a lot different.
Yep.
But so far, you thinking your ribs are turning out good too?
Yeah, they're doing all right. We haven't cooked baby backs since Battling Barbecue a year ago.
Okay.
And that was one of our first competitions, and we
Sure.
turned in baby backs because, you know, we were
You were
blind.
new.
We were
Yeah, you
blind,
didn't know.
had no idea. And we turned those in, and then we saw everybody else is doing, you know, St. Louis cut.
Yep.
And we've switched over to that, and we've been doing pretty good with it.
Awesome. Well, chicken's turned in. We're about to do ribs, and then pretty soon we're going to find out who won this thing.
Let's find out, man.
There's only 20 minutes left in the competition, and these teams are giving it all for a chance to take home some of our amazing prizes. Up for grabs is a Gulf Coast Smoke custom belt buckle, custom cutting boards courtesy of Smoke Sergeant, and 2 Thermopin ones graciously donated by ThermoWorks. With the final tray in, the competition is officially over. While the judges finish their final tastings of the day, we're going to check in with Zach and Carl.
Ribs are turned in. I'm standing with Zach, Meat Locker Misfits. Last 2 events, he's won first place ribs and first place overall, but that was spare ribs.
That's true.
How did you like the baby back ribs today?
Well, we did some practicing. I've been out of town for a while, so last night we did some practicing, and I think they turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, what did you think was there a flavor difference, or was it more like you were just working on the tenderness for these?
Yeah, we're working on the tenderness.
Yeah.
Done temperature. It seemed like the done temperature is like a little under 200.
Yeah.
Whereas we take the spare ribs a little higher.
I mean, I take my spare ribs 212.
Right.
Honestly, I'm way up there on spare ribs. I push them pretty far. I haven't cooked baby back ribs in years, probably.
No one
so,
has.
I know, right? So I'm interested to see, I mean, how did you feel your overall cook was? Do you think you did good enough to reclaim the title?
I hope so.
Yeah?
I think beans, this is our first time doing beans. They turned out pretty good. We tried another, other guys' beans, and it was close,
Yeah.
I would think.
So
I think it's all going to come down to the texture.
So don't forget, beans is a jackpot. It doesn't count towards the overall. So that's its own entity. The winner of the beans gets the Weber griddle, but it does not count towards the overall. So your chef's choice, your chicken, and your ribs are going to count towards the overall winner. We'll see what happens here in just a little bit. Last but not least, we're here with Carl Davis, Cast Iron Cookers. Man, how did your ribs turn out? Were you happy with them? Overall, what did you think of the event?
I love the event. It was great, small. We got to visit with everybody.
Yes, sir.
And I'm pretty happy with my ribs.
Yeah? So, all of your stuff put together, do you think you did good enough to win this thing?
I promise you I'll be in the top 10.
He's going to be in the top 10. So, what would you...
I think I did pretty good.
Good. Would you change anything about the event?
Probably not.
Probably not? Well, that's what we want to hear. We're hoping that people came out today and they had a great time. Carl, best of luck on those ribs. Best of luck on everything. Up next, we're going to find out the winner. All right, before anything else, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you guys. Pretty good turnout. Got a bunch of toys. We're going to donate these to the Gregory Police Department, and they're going to take them to elementary school in Gregory for children that unfortunately were not able to have a great Christmas. So because of you guys, we're going to be donating these toys. We really appreciate it. And it was really, really tight this year, or this event, so we really appreciate you guys coming out again. So without further ado, first we're going to announce jackpot beans, and first place goes to Oh My Barbecue. Oh My Barbecue is going to go home with a 28-inch Weber griddle, compliments of Weber grills. Thank you guys for coming out. Next, we're going to move on to Chef's Choice, and first place goes to Smoking and Toasting. Smoking and Toasting is going to go home with $225 and a custom award. First place chicken with $225 goes to Meat Locker Misfits. Meat Locker Misfits is also going to go home with $225 and a custom award. Moving on to ribs, this was an extremely tight race, but first place goes to Always Forward Barbecue. Just like everybody else, he's got some cold hard cash and that custom award. Third and fourth place are gonna get Thermopins, compliments of Thermoworks. Fourth place overall at the Gulf Coast Smoke Invitational is My Pits Are Burning. Thanks to My Pits Are Burning for coming out. Congrats on your Thermopin. Third place overall goes to Cast Iron Cookers. The people's champ right here, getting that custom Thermoworks. Appreciate you, brother. Oh. Reserve Grand Champion gets $325 and a custom award, and that is Smoking and Toasting. $325, you can't be mad at that. Thanks, man. and the grand champion, and still Meat Locker Misfits. Zach is going home with a lot of cold hard cash and a lot of custom hardware. Thank you for everybody that came out. We'll see you on the next one. We're here with the 3-time champion, Meat Locker Misfits. Man, be honest with me. Did you think that you did it? Going through awards, did you think you did it?
I didn't think we did it.
You didn't think, so what was going through your head?
Well, the shocker was the first place chicken.
Yeah?
Chickens usually are arch nemesis, but first place chicken was nice, and then they started going down. You got the third, second, and I was like, oh no, we struck out.
Yeah, yeah. So when we were looking at the results, it was so tight, and it was coming down to it. We still didn't know who won, and then they were like, dude, Zach did it again. And at that point, we were all just like, oh my gosh, this was the closest that we've had so far.
It's very close.
Everybody that came out and cooked, such great cooks. We had people out there that have multiple GCs, and you took them all down.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to do this again for the 4th time. We're gonna have to do it even bigger. We're gonna have to get more money involved, and we're gonna have to get better prizes. Again, how did you like the event? Would you change anything for the next one?
No, it was great. You know, the obviously it was great for us.
Yeah.
But the toys, donating the toys,
Yes.
it's good. It's for a great cause.
Yes.
This is a great company. You know, we're very thankful for everything y'all do for us throughout the cook season. So,
Yep.
yeah, we love to come out here and support y'all. So,
Thank you guys for coming out. Meat Locker Misfits, the 3-time back-to-back Gulf Coast Smoke champion.
we'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you on the next one. Hey, I got the chill saying that.